Here we have Shang-Chi and the Great Protector by Lego Marvel Studios. This is set number 30454. Contains 55 pieces. Now, honestly, I'm not really a fan of this theme, but, well, let's just open this up and see. Let's take a look at the parts, and there may be a review in the latter part of the video. So, any good parts in here? I see some interesting stuff. First thing is, we got ourselves a little folded instruction manual and some parts. Let's see what this is here. I'm having a hard time picking this up off the counter. Looks like a splat thing. Matter of fact, if that was green, it'd make a good slime piece. That'd still be pretty cool. Got some minifig legs and a torso and some of these ball and socket receiver things. A flesh tone head. Is it double-sided? Yes, indeed it is. And some modified plates with holders, some inverted 1x2 by 2/3 plates with bow. We got some regular ones. We got some dark red feathers and some of these minifigure accessory holders. These are always come in handy. And here we have a wig piece. I'm always looking for wigs of various styles, so that's always a treat to have. Let's see what's in here. The whole point about these videos is to really kind of explore these from a collector's point of view. Okay, so we obviously have some horns here. You could use these for a cow or something. Well, they're gray, so you really couldn't do that. And some of these hollow studs, some 1x1 by 2/3 slopes. Some of these holders where you can put a stick inside and all that stuff. So, just by taking a look at the parts, honestly, this is, if you're looking at it for a mock builder, for me personally, it just looks like it's full of odds and ends like knickknacks and stuff. This is not really useful for me anyways. Oh look, now this is the first time I actually have this, so maybe it's not so useless. Let's see. This is a 1x1 by 1x2 upwards angular plate. They only give you one in there too. Never had one of these until now. And handlebars and stuff. But other than that though, some of these pieces could be great for building cars, but like vehicles, but other than that though, not really much use. And let's just go ahead and let's start building. So obviously you get the piece of paper. Let's build the minifigure, and some say that these are kind of like ASMR, so I'll try to make it that way, but I gotta talk in these because they do get boring after a while. So I gotta put some commentary. Well, attempt to put commentary in these. So the wig piece is pretty cool. Other than that though, I mean, if you're in the Marvel, Super Marvel hero thing and you need this figure with a nice torso, there you go. Now let's start putting together the build, and it's not too terribly bad. I'm going to be honest with you though, you know, I like building more colorful stuff, and this is, you know, for as an adult. I want to make that clear because, you know, the big C is obviously watching these, but this is not really entertaining for myself. You know, just to be honest, I did get this set as a gift, but I'm looking for a nose cone. Did that even come with it? Oh yes it did. I was hoping it'd be missing so I can rant and rave about it, but no, it's there. In fact, we do get several horns. Alright, so this goes on like that. I know somebody's probably cringing right now going, What is this guy doing? You know, he's admiring the parts. Now he's building this, well, I'm not going to censor it, a junk part set. That's pretty much what this is. You know, when I get these sets as gifts and stuff from family and friends, they don't know what I like. They always say, do you want Lego? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, it's always a thought that counts. But when I start building this stuff, I have to be honest. I don't like to filter or censor anything. Okay. So far, I'm going to just be flat out honest. This is not really a fun build. I just want to hurry it up and get it done. You know, oh, these are pretty handy for making, you stick some horns in there. Matter of fact, I'll show you something real quick. You could actually stick these in here like this. They make great legs for tables. So you could do that, but unfortunately I only give you one of those. So you really can't do a whole lot with this. Alright. And, oh, we get a 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 upwards angular plate. See, sometimes when I go through these, I don't really cover all the parts. And I know some won't probably watch these videos, which is a question that I get asked all the time is, where do you get all your parts at? Well, I get all my parts from stuff like this. You know, some of these really weird, oddball parts. You know, I mean, a lot of sets, for me, I build a lot of houses and campers and stuff like this is really just not of any use to me. Are these hollowed? No, sadly they're regular studs. I was hoping they'd be hollowed. And let's see, I'm looking for, and I got so many sets in here that I'm tripping over right now. I've been getting more and more sets delivered here, and now they're not part of the haul anymore. I'm mostly focused on part hauls now. Alrighty. This goes here. How much more of this chain are we adding to, huh? Alright. So you gotta make 2 of these. I mean, if you're interested in this theme, yeah, this is probably a gold mine, but for me, it's just I gotta hurry up and get this done so I can put it put it in the parts bin and just get rid of it, you know, and just be like, done. Somebody's gonna say, man, you sound ungrateful. No, I'm not ungrateful. I just, not my cup of tea here. So I guess these are the legs. Yeah, well, so far it looks like the picture. Oh, I need to put that in my building guides now. Yeah, for those who don't know, I have building guides. I've been posting them on Patreon as well as Rebrickable. Some are free and some are premium, so you know, I know some people have been asking about certain manuals. You know, when can I start selling some of the bigger stuff? And I'm like, man, I wish I could sell them all right now, but sometimes a manual, they take forever to write up. I mean, literally, I'm going to be honest, when I did the Amityville Horror House, that was really fast. That was a fast one to do. I don't have that piece. Hope I'm not depriving anyone of their entertainment here. Honestly, though, that this is just this is one of those things I got to get done. And no, Lego didn't send me this, but if they did, I mean, I still would be pretty honest about it. I'm not going to be sugarcoating my reviews. I know some do, but you know, I don't. So this is You know, does that fit in there? Okay, it fits like that. Almost made a mistake. Wow. This is kind of sloppy. Am I even putting that together right? Because it looks like that would just fall right apart. But I did. Alright. And this is all small stuff. When I build things, I build stuff with really big parts. You all know that. I like using, I'm more of an old school builder. We had a discussion on our Discord. If you want to join our Discord, I'll have a link in the description. But we were talking about, you know, what's going to happen when Lego starts doing these fully custom parts and sets. Well, they're already doing it. And a lot of my old stuff that I build is pretty basic. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like the picture. Maybe I have to push this thing back a little bit. And yes, it's one of those early mornings again. So I just want to hurry up and get this done here before I have to start work. Yes, you'd be surprised at how many people still think that I do this stuff for a living. Okay, now it looks like the picture. Okay. I did 2 of those. Snap that on here, I believe. And obviously this goes right here. Well, maybe not. Oh, there we go. And okay, this actually sticks down here. So you just shove those in there like that. It's not a bad idea if you want to reverse your stud polarity, but this is kind of a cheesy wheezy. And then you set, I don't even know who this is, to be honest. You just set him on there like that, and it's just mostly a novelty piece at this point. So you get some very small parts. Most of these I will probably never see again. They'll just go in my parts bin and they'll get parted into my collection. So all this really does is it's just flexible, and that's all he does. Is just stands on the back of this poor creature, if you want to call it that. Honestly though, this was not too fun. I just didn't feel the build, if you want to call it that. It was rather boring to me. So this is Shanghai and the Great Protector. He ain't protecting much of anything at the moment.